Hi, I'm Deadpool. And you know what? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday! Do you know what that means? It means that new comics are out. And I wonder if I have a book out this week. I do! I have a book out this week. Ooh, we should review that. I wonder where Alex is. Because I'm Deadpool. Ooh, mind blown. What? It's Wednesday. That means it's new comic book day. Hooray! How was everyone's weekend? I hope everyone had the chance to go out and see Logan, based off of, yes, here it is, Old Man Logan, which is Wolverine issue 66. This is the first issue of Old Man Logan, but this is what basically the movie is based off of. The movie was awesome. Go see it. No post-credit scene. It has I loved the whole movie. It was great. Highly recommend it. I consider it a wonderful movie that happens to be about a superhero. So definitely recommend go seeing that. If you have a chance to go see it, do it. But as everyone knows, X-23 is in this movie. And now, while I don't have a NYX3, which is the first appearance of X-23, I do technically have the retconned first appearance of X-23. Yes, X-23 technically appeared in issue 80 of Wolverine back in, this came out in 1994, April 94. This is retconned, basically, which means that NYX didn't come out until until 2000s, but this technically had Wolverine's blood. Now let me show you what I'm talking about right here. There is a panel right here, if you can look right here, with a vial, and the vial says Logan X-23. That is Logan's blood. And then they mention it again when they're driving. X-23. So this is technically the first appearance of X-23. However, it's not, because NYX3 is the first appearance of X-23. But the movie was kick-ass, so definitely go see it. But on to this week's new comics. I'm going to start with, because I am wearing my Deadpool jacket, I'm going to start with this week's Deadpool comics. However, I'm going to start first with issue, here we go, issue number 13 of Gwenpool. In this issue, Gwenpool is thrown into the fantasy land with her band of MODOK misfits by the villain Arcade. And in this issue, yes, it finally happens. Deadpool appears and Gwenpool finally meets Deadpool. It is quite humorous. I really enjoyed this. It's a very, very enjoyable read. So get this if you can, if you like Gwenpool, or if you wanted to see the first team up. I mean, they even talk about breaking the fourth wall together. It's quite hilarious. Okay, but now on to Spider-Man Deadpool issue 15. This is Till Death Do Us Part 2. In this issue, Deadpool's wife, Shikla, and her demons are attacking New York City, and Spider-Man is there to help. I really enjoyed this. This is part 2 in a 6-part crossover. Deadpool's in this. I mean, I definitely enjoyed this. So, this is this week's Deadpool issue. Moving on to the only Star Wars issue this week. This is Star Wars Dr. Aphra, issue number 5. In this issue, Aphra and her father, they reach a long-lost citadel of an ancient Jedi order called the Ordo Aspectu, but they have been followed by Imperials. So, I'm really liking Aphra. She's a great character. She's got to appear in a movie at some point. So, I mean, like she has her own comic series, and she's a completely new character since the Disney era of Star Wars. So that's to say something. So she's got to be important in some aspect. I gave Gwenpool an 8 out of 10. I gave Spider-Man Deadpool a 7 out of 10. And I give Dr. Aphra a 7.5 out of 10. Now, on to DC. We're going to go with Wonder Woman 18. Godwatch Part 2. Godwatch grows, and Diana Wonder Woman has her first encounter with the Ghost in the Machine, known as Dr. Cyber. I actually didn't really enjoy this issue that much, so I actually give it a 5 out of 10. Didn't really feature Wonder Woman herself that much till the ending. But it is what it is. I mean, there's been like 2 and 3 stories intertwining in each in Wonder Woman. So each week it'll be a different story. But I've enjoyed Wonder Woman overall, so. Let's go over to Flash, issue 18. This is Sins of the Father Part 1. Kid Flash and Flash go looking for Kid Flash's father, who is in prison. Let me get to the page. Look at the nice splash artwork of that. And they find out that he has been moved out of prison, so they have to go to Bel Rev. They may have to break into Bel Rev prison. So, I enjoyed this. Give it a 7 out of 10. Next we have Batman in Detective Comics, issue 952, League of Shadows Part 2. In this issue, Shiva returns to cause problems for not only Ra's al Ghul, but the entire Bat family, which includes Clayface, Batwoman, you know, all the new characters in Detective Comics that Batman's been training on his team. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Detective Comics has been killing it. It's a great read. Moving on, we're going to Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue 16, Quest for Hope Part 3. Guy Gardner fights the Yellow Lantern Arkello without their rings. It's awesome, because Guy Gardner does not give up. He does not back down. He does not give up. It is really, I love Green Lanterns, but I really enjoyed this. Also, Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, and Blue Lantern Saint Walker, they get back to the home base, the Green Lantern home base of Mogo. So, I enjoyed this very much. This I give an 8 out of 10. Now, for the first time ever, we go to Domsky's picks. Yes, multiple Domsky's picks of the week. Woo! The first pick of the week is Boom Studios and DC Comics Justice League Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 3, in which the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Justice League team up to fight giant monsters around the world. This is awesome. The issue is so easy to pick up, so easy to get into. It's just, if I can get that. It's wonderful. I love this comic. This whole series has been awesome. It's so crazy, and it works. It does work. Like, I love it. Definitely recommend you pick this up if you can. Pick up the other 2 issues. It's been really enjoyable. But if I do have to pick the top one, only because of what it is, this week it is Action Comics 975. Yes, the 975th issue of Action Comics, Superman Reborn, Part 2. In this issue, Superman finds out the identity of Clark Kent. There is awesome artwork in this. It is a bonus double story because it is an anniversary issue. So there's a bonus story in this. It is awesome. I give this just like this a 9. I give both of these a 9 out of 10. Now, because this is so awesome, I will have spoilers for this book at the end of the show. Big spoilers for the end of the show for this, and I will show the awesome artwork. But if you don't want spoilers, you want to read this yourself, because this is one of my picks of the week. If you want to read this for yourself, you can end. So I will show spoilers at the end of this, at the end of the show. Now let's go move on to my new pickups. This week, actually today, I actually got this from a local comic store. Moon Knight issue 1. First issue in the Moon Knight series from 1980. So I'm excited to have this part of my collection. Moon Knight's supposed to maybe have a Netflix show, maybe be involved in a Netflix show, something. But you will start to hear about Moon Knight. And I'm very happy to say that the very final issue of my DC Millennial run is finally complete. With the pickup of I gotta take it out. The Chromium edition of Batman 1, which reprints the very first issue of Batman. Not the first appearance, but the very first issue of Batman, which was the first appearance of the Joker. But this debuted after Detective Comics 38, because Detective Comics 38 was the first Robin. And so this is after, about a year after Batman debuted. This issue came out. But this is a reprint, of course. But this is the Chromium edition. But it's the DC Millennial Chromium edition, which they put out about 60 reprints. I had the entire run, full run, all issues, 62, plus 1 recall and 5 Chromium variants. I will be dedicating a specific show just for this collection, because it is awesome. I have not seen a full collection of this ever. Never on eBay, never on anywhere. I've never seen a full run of this with every single issue in this run. So I'm very happy to have this complete my collection of DC Millennials. Now, while I was at a show this past weekend, I did pick up a lot of trades. I always like to do $5 trades. I can never pass up $5 trades. Whenever I see them, I will pick them up. So the first trade I got was Thor Disassembled. This issue collects issue 80 to 85 of Thor, and this is from, when was it from? 2004. This is Ragnarok, where basically Thor ends. Thor ended for a while. So I'm excited to read. I haven't read this fully, so I'm excited to read this. That's Ragnarok. Then a classic story arc. This is from. Let me just start. If this reprints Avengers 89 to 97 from 1971-72. This is the Kree-Skrull War. This is a very famous storyline where the Kree and the Skrull have a war. I'm excited to read it. It's always been, a good storyline that I'm excited to read. So Neil Adams is in here, so I'm excited to get this done. But yeah, it's good. The final Marvel trade I got was something I already had the back issues for, but it was $5 and I couldn't pass it up. It is the complete 1 to 7 of Civil War. Yes, the movie came out. However, this is slightly different. But this is a great trade. Very classic Marvel storyline. So I'm glad I got that. Moving on to the DC trades. Pick this up. This is Superman Chronicles 1. This actually reprints the earliest appearance of Superman in chronological order. So this actually has the very first appearance of Superman, Action Comics number 1. And actually has Action Comics 1 to 13. And then it includes New York's World Fair Comics, issue 1. And then it does include Superman, issue 1. So this is a class, this is kind of, if you're a Superman fan, this is kind of the holy grail of reprints, I guess, because, this has, his first 15 appearances, in order. Now, I also actually did get this one as well, which is Superman Chronicles Volume 3, which means I have 1 and 3. I do have to get 2, because I have to get 2, of course. But this reprints Action Comics 21 and 25. Superman issue 3 to 4, and the New York Fair 1940, and that cover looks like this. So got those. I'm excited to read them because it's good to have those early appearances. I do have Action Comics #1 reprint in the DC Millennium run, but now that I have, I can read all 13 in a row, so it's good to have the first complete story of Superman. We're going to move on to Green Lantern Rebirth. This is Ethan Van Sciver, artist, and Jeff Johns, writer. They rebooted Green Lantern, I believe it was 2006. No, 2004. So they rebooted Green Lantern, basically, and this is just, it's awesome. I mean, Jeff Johns is legendary. He's basically running DC right now. Definitely, I couldn't pass this up for $5. It's an awesome trade. Now I'm going to move on to a Batman story that you have to read. It is newer. It is from 2002. It collects Batman 608 to 619. Yes, it is Batman Hush. This is a crazy, awesome Batman story that has a lot of characters, and it's incredible. It's Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee and Scott Williams. I mean, you can't go wrong with that combination. $5? Hell yeah. And now we come to one of the best trades I could have gotten for $5. One of the greatest DC storylines, definitely top 5 DC storylines of all time, without a doubt. It is Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. I mean, Mark Waid's such a great storyteller. I mean, and Alex Ross's artwork. I mean, I can't describe Alex Ross's artwork. You just have to see it. It's just the most realistic thing you can see. I'm trying to find Superman for you. There's Shazam. There's Batman. But the artwork of Alex Ross is incredible, and this is an alternate. This is just a crazy story. If you haven't read Kingdom Come, you absolutely have to read this book. My favorite trade that I picked up this weekend. I am so happy I got this. Boom. Yes, this is the first Power Ranger trade paperback. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And look at that cover. It's beautiful. So hopefully I will get this signed by actually everyone. We'll see. But I just think this is a beautiful comic. Beautiful graphic novel. So that ends the spoiler-free part of the podcast. If you wanted to end if you want to remain spoiler-free, you can end now. I will get back to you next week on Wednesday. Stay tuned for the spoilers. Boom. Hello for spoilers. I just had to spoil this because this is so good. Remember, if you don't want to know what happens in this week's Action Comics, stop now. But in this week's issue, it is revealed who took John Kent, the son of Lois and Superman. It is revealed, and I will show you the reveal. So, you see Clark Kent, but you realize he's not Clark Kent. Here we go. And he morphs into Lex Luthor. Look at that splash page, beautiful splash page. But wait, it's not Lex Luthor. It's Bizarro. But wait, it's not Bizarro. It's Brainiac. But wait, it's not Brainiac. It's Mongol. But wait, it's not Mongol. It's Parasite. But wait, it's not Parasite. It's Cyborg Superman. Not Cyborg Superman. It's Doomsday. But wait, who could actually has the power to do all those characters. And the reveal, it is Mr. Mixyezpitlik. Yes, Mixie is back. And Mixie has John. And he doesn't seem so joking right now. The backup story is basically Mixyezpitlik in his dimension with John Kent. Basically, Mixie telling him how he feels about him and Superman. So I definitely recommend reading this. There you go. That was my week of comics. Hope you enjoyed. Shout out the toy in comic heaven, because it's a toy and it's a comic and it's heaven. Isn't that right, James? Hope everyone had a wonderful week. I will Domsky cast for you next week. Sometime on Wednesday. Everyone enjoy your week. Have fun. And I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.